Dang, I've been bamboozled. I need profit. Ooh, time for some other kind of profit. Hafrid. She's blowing up like a balloon here. Okay, Compao. Oh, temperate once again. I don't like just. I mean, I like it, but it's a stress magnet. Kaiser Gert. Maybe you could repair Poland while you're at it. We're still the head of Czech culture, which is excellent. Oh. Stu, well, I didn't even need to ask. He's decided I'm the best to be... Not making me his... No, he can't make me his priest, but still. Steward, amazing. Apostate makes converting cheaper. Yeah, well, that's not a big deal. We don't have a lot to convert, nor do I plan on converting much. It would take me 5 years to culturally enrich this. Or I could just wait for Eelco to Eelco. Come on, breed with your hideous, giant, spindly, inbred monster wife. I need those points. In fact, if Eelco manages to pop out a number of these, it might be worth making Eelco the next heir. Should consider that. In any case, there's development increase to be done. The question is where I really want it done, and I'm thinking Prague. Prague borders a lot of places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I throw my everything into pumping up Prague, it's going to be a really good province to have. It's got loads of these as well, and all of them benefit from the increased thingamajigger development. My sister-in-law, her old club-footy ways. Oh, come on, what's wrong with his inbred homely lad? Now you've only popped out one-eyed, and that's not a congenital trait. It's because of you, Verimundo. Oh, well, you're all the way over there, so I'm not sure I can care about you. Okay, Jupiter, you are of age. We had something good set up for you, now we don't. So I need to find another albino. This should secure plenty of albinos for the line. Unfortunately, not a lot of great ones out there, so I should be going for albino, preferably lustful ones. There are no lustful ones in that case. Any of them brave? A Pole. Oh, I do like the Poles. Vengeful, brave, impatient, so surely they would want a lot of children quickly. I can't think of anything better to go. So there we go. Jupiter should be able to put out loads of albino children that we can fold back in whenever we want. So, good call there. Probably. Your family's a bunch of freaks, that's the point. Speaking of, it's time to start thinking about marriage, shall we? Any multi-traded albino women out there? Oh, slim pickings. Disappointingly slim pickings. Oh. Oh ho ho. A quick albino. You, Euphemia, would make an excellent next heir, I dare say. But we can have better names than Euphemia, can't we? I certainly think we can. I think we're going to call you Leopardi, because Leopardi doesn't like our freakish family, and now he has to be part of it. Alright, we carry on. How are you doing, Fana Gaming? I'm amazed you're still alive. He's doing poor. Oh, I must rescind your appointment as I rather think it doesn't work like that. I demand to... Oh, somebody else demanded the position. Well, it could be something else. It could be a chancellor. I can't get the learning one, obviously. My own prowess. I mean, loads of prestige is always good. But damn, I wanted that money. Oh, what the hell will be your spy master? And maybe kill you. At least that way spy master won't be a demanded council position. So when we die and the heir takes over, the heir can immediately demand it. And they'll want to because they want to fabricate a hook on the guy. Right. Subjects. Time for extortion and you know it. My Baroness here. Sadly, that tyranny of mine hasn't wormed away yet, but it will. As our order grow, we need more land. I mean, that's an amount of money, but you want a city of mine? City of Wrocław. I wonder if I can evict these guys myself. Or I could give them Leon Felden over in Linz. Huh. I'm going to do this because I don't know what happens to this guy when I make my own religion. I know I can kick them out. I wonder if it comes at a piety cost, though. Alright, I also wonder, right, do you have any things that give development growth? You do. You give the Carver Guilds. Carver Guild shows up here. When I give you Wrocław, do I stop getting the effect of that? Because I stopped getting the income from him. But we still get the effects of the buildings. That's good to know. Because the income you get from a city is practically nothing. I don't think they're really worth building up, especially compared to having temples everywhere. Independence faction against the Kaiser. Yeah, Kaiser's probably going to have a rough time. Such is what happens when you rule over the Holy Roman Central Europe. Poles have this problem with being called Eastern Europeans. I can't imagine why. I mean, okay, here's Europe. I wonder if this part is to the east. No, it must be anything but. Strange Poles. But I do like them. The Holy Roman mess. Well, at least it's true to life. I'm just glad France isn't dominating. France is split. They do have claims on each other. Yeah, well, hopefully they don't act on it and let those claims die. Right, Ilko, you've been a massive disappointment, but now is the time for you to... Ooh, what? No, okay. How do I make the marriage actually happen? I know I can click it there, but wasn't there something here that is... Yeah, I guess not. In any case, get yourself married. That gets me an alliance with who? Some nobody over in the Byzantine Empire. I'm sure that won't come back to bite me. Now, mate. That dynasty on the French thrones, Jake. What, Vlaanderen? Pau? Oh, wait, no, they're both... No? Vlaanderen and Bachmont. But Vlaanderen. But why? Oh, Ilko is starting a faction to install himself? Oh, come on. How could my son turn on me like this? Maybe it has something to do with that hideous freak that I married him to. So if I wanted to kick you out of the city immediately... Yeah, it would cost piety, but I'm wondering if it would cost piety when I stop being Catholic. Guess we'll check that out down the line. Because whilst I don't get a lot of income off the city, I would like some income. I get the patron bonus, though. Hearing you butcher the pronunciation of Landrin is giving me conniptions, says Taciturn. That's a real shame. Ooh, Cribbins. Thought that was me dying, but thankfully it is not. My ugly cousin is dead. The passing of Werner, the future of all... Oh, right, that's my heir, right? I mean, that's... With house seniority, you're going to have dying heirs. My only question is, do we label Lepardi as our next heir? Just for security. Because my wife could yet pop out another. She's only 35. I'm feeling fine. I think if she has nothing by the time that I'm 50, I'll label Lepardi as the... You know what, we're just going to do it now. Designate Lepardi as the heir. 1,000 prestige is a hefty cost. But it's worth it. There we go. You should live long and certainly prosper. And down the line, we'll find a good albino for you. with a bit of luck, Jupiter will pop out a another albino for you, which will be an Uggo albino to marry, and that should get us incestuous traits and albino. But I'm counting on you, Uggo. Oh, please tell me they're not wandering around far away from each other. No, they're both here. Good. You don't have any bad traits, so I'm not interested in you. Your sister Double J is dead. She was probably grateful for the sweet embrace of death. An ugly lassie who was ploughed mercilessly by randy old rye bread. And yet, did she really bring anything good to the family? No, not really. Ratomir, I remember you now. What are you up to, Ratty? Well, you're in a different house, for one. Ugly and feeble. Club-footed ugly? Jinx, that's 4 points right there. And there's another couple for Frail. Hey Jake, the choosing of Amstetten as the starting point, was there any reason? Was the county from where the Habsburgs first rose? There is a reason. I don't really want to explicitly talk about the reason because it's horrifying. But, yes, there is. Oh, Jinx, we got ourselves a new Kaiser. Right, well, if there's a new guy, we should jump on the stewardship position immediately. Did you give yourself chin points for Lepardi? No, how am I keeping on forgetting this? There we go, thanks for the couple of points, Lepardi. Son and Ward. He's a cynical fellow. Gains temperate. He's already temperate. I don't mind cynical or cynicism. I do, however, mind dying at this rate, so let's go on a nice sweet hunt. Maybe even get Novice Hunter at this point. It's the benefit of being your liege's steward. If your liege is an empire, massive. Oh, that's not good. Limited crown authority. We can now be attacked. Well, let's expect to be attacked. Still, that council of ours. 3 taxes, or 3 gold per month, 20% extra taxes in the domain, 20% off our building construction cost, and 20% extra stewardship lifestyle. That's amazing. They're all amazing for what it's worth. It's good to be an empire's subject. Right, I could whip my Baroness once again. But a bit of diplomacy is not too shabby. Tasted the belt. Seems like a no-brainer, that event, but what would I know? I'll keep that hook on you just in case I need to convert you when I eventually do my religion thing. Six more points and I can grab another county. I'm looking forward to caning Bohemia, but I'm not looking forward to Bohemia expanding. An albino heir would be very good for this run. We have an albino heir. That's Lepardi right here. The thing is, I want Lepardi to marry into another... wait, another child? Oh, it's Jupiter. Oh, perfect. Hairy man Uggo here. I'm immediately going to be linking you up with Lepardi Uggo. Well, maybe not immediately. But we'll keep you around, hairy man. But as much as I like that name, we're going to have to rename you. I'm going to call you Herr Commissar. We're up strong and wise, and I will keep a pin in you. This is a great opportunity to secure a lot of albino children. Alright, you know what? Shilui, you have disappointed me greatly. I'm going to dump you like yesterday's garbage, and then I'm going to see if we can't ensure that Herr Commissar is brought up by me. That way I can ensure that they have the best traits to go together with Lepardi. They currently have no traits, but imagine if I get both of them lustful. Well, whatever makes them both like each other is good. Points? No. I only get the points if it's my children. I really thought about reversing that and allowing grandchildren as well, because it would encourage me to breed more, but it would snowball like mad. And I do not intend to snowball in this one. That's why the cost of new places grows. Alright, courtiers, you even live by my mercy alone. Give me that bloody money. Oh, money's so easy to make. Even though I stole all that money, it's not like I've been spending it. I've just been raking in more and more of it. Well, let's celebrate by building up what we do have. Not really too keen on building up Styr that much, but Veen. I really want to change out those bastions for anything else. Was it the military camps? No, those aren't the ones that give... pastoral lands. I should really make a note of which the best ones are, but I'm still going to replace them with the crop fields because I don't think that bastion walls are that great. Wow, garrison. Not very useful. And you know what? Upgrade the barracks. Love barracks. Have barracks everywhere you can. Some nice cellars. Come on, man. Build up that barracks for me. It won't be too long until we get our hoardings. Once we're done with banking, we'll see what we get next focused on. Do something with all that money. Build up your empty holdings. No. Alright, faithful. I need 1, 2, 3 more for profit, but it shouldn't take that long. Once I have profit, I should also have the piety to reform my religion. But then I'll want to die pretty soon, so it's not an easy choice to make there. Oh, I can actually befriend people. Why have I not been befriending my councillors? Chancellors... Well, he's alright, but... should have you on domestic affairs for one, so that I could do better things with contracts here. Steward there, I think I'm going to be your friend. But it's easier to be friend with fellow witches, you know. Bishop man, you helped me out by getting me extra... lead down a path of zealousness. At least it warns you if you're going to get zealous. But the next one could be dangerous. Worm needs to be looked over. Bishop, that's where you handle things. Extort subject is extra magical, since if you look closely you can find that nobody loses money, it just materializes. Yes, it does. It's also a great way to build up dread. It's especially good if you're too just or forgiving to execute prisoners, or not going to war and not getting prisoners. Our prison is empty, sadly. A ruler in the making. We have a bossy Lepardi, good for stewardship. I like stewardship. So you're going to be focusing on that. I'm not too shabby at stewardship, and I'm well learned, so I should be able to teach you a thing or two. Hopefully I live long enough to do so. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame that money does appear magically like that. I mean, it would be alright if I actually took Ilko's money here. It could target, for example, the most wealthy subject that you have and shake them down. Of course, it would have to make them specifically very unhappy. What? Ilko and Gregoria are no longer... What? Ilko! That's not right. Must have, yeah, look at that, no prestige, no piety. He saved up all of his piety just to divorce her. And I'm afraid it doesn't work like that. Enjoy your giant wife. There we go. Look who's back. That's quite funny. She looks really terrible, which is perfect. I want that in the family, but we seem to be having trouble with that. Okay, my steward and knight. Excellent. I can show him my true self and then go on to befriend the man. 100%. It's good to be witchy. Bigger wife is better wife. Funnily enough, said by a roasty. Wouldn't be surprised if someone starts planning your murder, says Lepardi. Well, he certainly wants to... Well, you know, it's not too bad if I die, right? Lepardi is designated as our heir. And I do have a not too terrible spy master who doesn't hate me, protecting me. I'd like better, but... oh, another blind one. How do they keep coming blind? I'm not stressing out over my my knight here. If you're wondering what all that's about, my liege wants to constantly grant me all the counties inside the Duchy of Austria, because I own that duchy. I had a hook on you. On my own knight. Well, didn't need it. My niece Astra. Astra D. Ragenzord's daughter. That name's gonna curse me. It's gonna keep popping up around here. Oh, from Blondie. Oh, he's got his own house here. Anyway, you're a disappointment to me because you're not pumping out those... Some people get all the luck, right? A jihad is launched for Fatmead. You'll be pledged as a defender. Could I not? I don't really care. What do we have here? Sponheim, Jerusalem. Franconians at it again. We don't even have a kill list, do we? I haven't killed anyone. Did I really kill you? Why would I kill such a wonderful person? Probably an event killing. Not my fault. Virtuous Pope celebrated. Had to happen eventually. Okay, I'm not spending money on this guy. It's a guaranteed result, so I'll take my time with him. Shalui, the time has come. Don't hide your albino. Be proud of it. But still, I need to find someone perfect for you. Naturally, we want an albino. If they are of our house, great. Otherwise, I'm looking for multi-trait. I'm not really finding multi-trait, so somebody else that's gregarious would be great. Too old. Okay, somebody else who's temperate would also be great. Nope. Then get some lusting going on. The Greeks again, so I hope she doesn't, you know, give you the clippy clip. But that extra fertility can be pretty good. So let's bring you in. Doesn't even make us an alliance either. You're not pregnant again, Jupiter, sadly. I want you to be making more. Greedy. Why am I looking over Compao? I should really be looking over not Compao. Greedy's quite good. Gregarious is amazing, but I'll leave you with Greedy. And then I'm going to drop you, because I don't really care so much about you. What I care about is our pride and joy, Lepardi. There we go. Lustful Greeks, I am surprised. Yeah, well, lusting for what? That's the question. They can do whatever they please as long as they get the gold. No, never take that. Get the county extorted rather than at minus 100, because it's a long time to fix that unless you have a lot of temples there, and I don't. Give me the money. It's a lower amount as well, sadly. My son, Compao, is more likely to receive a good education due to Duchess Hafrid's tutelage. Good, I guess. I'm not too far away from that new religion. My problem is, I need to die very quickly after doing it, or else we're going to have problems. Quite a number of problems. But the piety is looking good. Piety is looking very good. I'm still fine. That witch coven has saved me from the ill effect of melancholy. What will your new religion be? I don't know, but I will allow myself multiple spouses. Anything that gives extra fertility, because we need that to combat all the inbreeding. And whatever else we feel. Alright. Made friends with our steward, so he's going to be even faster at doing his job. Funny, I could have sworn... There we go, friend. 0.5 faster development growth. Ah, still left the prison. Good job. I don't even need my thing to help me declare more wars, but it's still nice to have. Okay, I should be able to kick Bohemia right in the keister. He's only allied internally. And these buildings that we're doing are strengthening us even further. Oh. Not really sure I want those camp cooks after all, do I? But there's nothing that great to replace it with, so I guess we're cooking away. Yeah, I could upgrade that. I don't know, nothing looks too great to do in Linz. I'll almost certainly drop Linz down the line. Oh, well, now there's a thought. I could actually just get rid of Linz, although I have built it up quite a bit now, which would make that very sad, and then use that county to take something else here. I bet people dying for me to go to war would be happy for that, but I'm not going to do it just yet. You can convert to Adamism instead of founding something, though you may want to disable nudity in settings. I'm pretty sure I have it disabled. They moved it to settings, right? I had it disabled as my game rule. There we go. Do not show nudity. We're all good. Now, I'd rather make my own religion. Plenty of controls to do as we want with it. So I'll take it. Florida's Dorf. That'll make me laugh. I will, however, build up that castle, I suppose. Couldn't hurt. Yeah, building up these places, it's really good. It is expensive, but there are always ways to get money. Wouldn't it be better to go with divine marriage and concubines? Why would I want divine marriage, though? Divine marriage only gives the bonus if you are monogamous. Although I don't know if that counts concubines. Ooh, I didn't think of that. Concubines, though, you have to take them from within your realm. Spouses, though, you can get them from anywhere. So you're offered a lot more flexibility with that. I think I'd rather have multiple spouses so that I can marry my family members. Are you really worried with money with 27k in the kitty? Of course I am. I could blow through 27k, nobody's business. Would be easier than producing snot from my nose. Especially when I take over some of these lands and start filling them up with churches. Oh, the money from that. Yeah, that actually makes Doodleby a very tempting place to expand to. Would connect up my realm somewhat and really allow for... let's go with that. Would really allow for piety and big money and levies. Concubine can be non-optional, meaning you can seduce a married woman, invite her to court, imprison her, and boom, instant divorce. Concubines mean that you are not monogamous. Well, that just sounds like bad news to me. I played with concubine rules once when I was playing with Firm, and I actually wasn't that impressed with it. Oh, damn, don't you dare go away from hoardings. We're almost done with it. Almost done with banking, too. In fact, we'll have it in 2 whole days. Alright, what was I hoping he'd go for next? Bailey's would be nice. My wife. You grow closer to forming a friendship with your... Why would I want a friendship with my wife? Well, couldn't hurt, could it? Did I get clear? No, I think I gave her clear mind. Ooh, nasty. Alright, Compao. I don't know how you got drunkard, but you did. I didn't send you to university or anything. Okay, albinos. Try and get as many as we can here. You know what? There's been a lot of albinos. I should be quite confident that between them she'll... Okay, maybe I'm not so confident now. Anyway, at the very least, Jabiter is going to pump out some albinos. Probably better to be safe at this point. What's your stats anyway? Temperate, cynical, and greedy. Eleonora is quite tempting for you. And there's no alliance as well, and she's an Italian. Have at it. Oh, well, is it time for the shakedown? I'm surprised this is every 2 years. It really should be every 5 years. You use your weak hook for 250 gold, but I could get even more gold. I could get a ton of gold. From my own son. Well, come on now. Filial piety. Show me that money. Again, didn't take from him, but it's sure filled up my coffers. A new liege once again, Segoin. But he's a scaly individual. Look, as long as I'm the steward, nobody has to die. Jinx, this is kind of brutal, the sheer amount that we get from our own holdings. I do like that. A new translation. Oh, I do need learning lifestyle, so I should most certainly do that. Aristotle. Pearl Psyches. Commentaries of Diophantus. I do not know which one either of these go down, so it'll ottle black bottle, it'll ottle you. Hopefully something with some piety, because I certainly need that. Does my liege even hold any land himself? 2 whole holdings. Good thing he's got plenty of levies coming in to help himself. Alright, get some sleep. Get it done. The sooner I can make my own religion, the probably better. He's getting a bit old. And although we're feeling fine, I can't be sure that we'll always be fine. I'll start stressing myself out in preparation for kicking the bucket. Oh, fan of gaming. I'd set everything up for you, but in the end you weren't able to pass on your horrifically inbred genes. I'm saddened by that. What I would really like to do is have an inbred heir at some point. Play as them, marry another inbred, and really force the kids out, because every one of those squeezed out is 5 whole points. I know the fertility hit is massive, so I just got to do what I can to offset that. We have already invested in Boisterous Loins. I don't really think I want any of these, though. Definitely don't want Noble Veins. Inheriting good traits? Well, actually, it doesn't get rid of the bad ones, does it? So Noble Veins might actually be good. It might be a good way to pump out the likes of Fasund. Does anybody know if it works like that? Dread, popular opinion, da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, kin is what I'm certainly more interested in, but the fact that I could get Noble Veins at this point, I don't think that would hurt so much right now. Jake, if you get Noble Veins and someone else becomes Dynasty Head, they might fill out the blood tree. There's no way somebody else would become Dynasty Head. I guess there is a way, but I just need to make sure it gets spent. Okay, because reinforcing doesn't mean only good ones. More new good traits would give you beauty, which prevents ugliness. This is also true. Alright, we'll make do with what we have. He finds the answer. Finds a kind of answer. How are you doing there? It's a real shame that they went down to limited crown authority. Alright, what's going on here? You could marry this strangely locked up lassie. If I gave you some money, would you pay your way out of there? It's a real shame that you can't pay people's stuff for them. Oh, I could break that betrothal. It wasn't that great, but I do like Lustful. I'll keep a pin on you, see if you manage to get yourself out of prison. Since she's a person of interest, I will probably get alerted as and when she's out of there. Alright, right time. Might get myself a learning thing here. Oh ho, my daughter-in-law's given birth to a wee son. A little albino son. Good job, Compao. You wasted no time. Great. On come the albinos for me to pluck from as and when I want. Welcome aboard, Zess. Excellent translation. Prestige, piety, clergy opinion, learning. Excellent. Don't forget to add the chin points. It only counts if it's our kid. So we don't get to add anything until, well, since Lepardi. Spellbound and, intrigue. Not really what I'm looking for. Ooh! Opportunity to lay with you one more time before you hit that wall running. I crave her touch. Yeah, the events have changed where you actually get pop-ups for your... I can't actually marry you two because of that imprisonment. I've longed for you, my wife. Okay, how am I... You know what, I should just break this betrothal. Shilui's 21. We're wasting valuable mating time here. Wow, actually, they all family members of Shilui hate me for this. Look, she's in jail, man. You need to get over her. Surely there are plenty other albino freaks for you to marry. Some of them are a bit too young, though. Ah, let's see. We got temperate here. Temperate, diligent, ambitious. Saxon, if you're into that. Hopefully this one doesn't wind up in prison as well. There's a French lassie as well. Oh, deceitful. We don't want that. There you go. If a member of the House of Uggo becomes known for a bloodthirsty warrior, they should get the title the Crimson Chin. Where do they come up with this stuff? Okay, religious icon. Very close to getting that prophet and starting our new religion. A pilgrimage would help out a lot, but I can't do it until 94. Oh, it's a few months away. Well, that's convenient. I don't want the vassal. Get the hint, AI. 41. That's my witchy criminal wife for you. The Suffering Bishop Ziri. It's a lot of money you've got. Wait, there's an Uggo bishop out there? I wish I could drag you to court, but I could really drag you to court. Nah, if I'm going to be dragging anyone to court, there are specific individuals who that's best for. All that money. But, well, I mean... No. We don't need yet more money, Jake. We have plenty of dosh. What are you enjoying best about the update, says Dusty? It's actually not really doing much for me. Alright, Jabiter popping out another one of these. See, this is nice until you have a huge family, and then it stops being nice and it starts being a whole lot of spam. This game, because of its pop-up and pause events, really needs to be careful about... oh, what's it called when you keep adding and adding and adding? Creep. Creep in this game. It's a dangerous one. Anyway, if it's going to be another Jupiter, we will let you be Jupiter. Surely you wouldn't kidnap an Uggo. I'd like to not have to. Still a good option for you if there's no dual traitors out there for you. Secrets of Nature. Ooh, Herbalist. But Herbalist would keep me alive for a bit too long. Far too long, although I would like you moving here. No, I'm going to need that piety, so I'll take that piety. I can't invite you in. Farewell. Fair enough. Lepardi says I'm ready to rule. We'll see about that. Change, I haven't got any traits yet other than bossy. As cute as a frog face can be. Oh my days. Countess Gregoria of Amstetten. She wants me. I am terrified. As my eyes meet Countess Gregoria's for what feels like the 20th time tonight, I know I am not imagining things. Even from the other end of the table, her gaze feels as immense as the midday sun. She wants me. I am terrified. Well, it's times like this we have to remember the Uggo family motto. To boldly go. Oh, they popped out a Fisund giant? Not bad. But, I will find her once everyone is asleep. Merely a moment later, she pushes my hand away with an apologetic smile. It's nearly morning, I'd better leave. If I get her pregnant... See, I can pass on Fisund as well. I wouldn't be limiting you. Okay, right, well, it's got to be done. We must help out our son. Ilko seems to be struggling here. Oh god, she actually thinks we're too clingy. Dang. Well, I really, really hope that our impressive seed was ever able to penetrate the maze of her tubes there. I had a nephew called Ivan? Apparently. Oh, Christ! You're even better than Lepardi! Doc Spengler, you could be the one. We're keeping the name Doc Spengler there. Well, actually, we already have a Duke Doc Spengler. You gotta let go sometime, man. We're going to have... McCain. Doc Spengler, the better. You need to help your son out to get your daughter a new husband. You know what? Our religion could bind these two together in freakish love. Yes. That way we keep Lepardi and McCain. Ah. This is delightful as it is devilish. Looks like we don't got much choice in the matter. Let's go on that pilgrimage as long as they come. Get all the piety. Get that new religion going. And hope that we don't get destroyed for it. I think that's a top-notch idea, says Dusty. Glad to hear it. Right, off we trot. Let's try not to die on this one. Jerusalem's a fairly long one, but there's a longer one, right? Santiago. It's over in Iberia, right? I know my everythings. Santiago is right here. Damn, I'm good. Alright, off we go. We'll be able to think enough along this journey to figure out how to make our children breed with each other. Oh, I need a new one of you. My own vassal. Hey, Ilko would be happy to be one, but he's just not good enough. Did I impregnate your wife? Oh god, no, it's nothing but cobwebs in there. Bandits! Nonsense, we must destroy them. Ooh. Dangerous. Dangerous. Aggravated wound. I failed to treat myself on the road here. Dedicated pilgrim for piety. Worldly diplomacy. Yeah, you never want that. Theocratic ruler, same opinion. Blah to that. Kill that stress while we're here. I don't want Devine to burn down a second. Stop it! Kaiser, stop trying to grant me vassals. Okay, very nice. Determined pilgrim. Oh yeah, of course, that's something different from the pilgrim trait, which you definitely want. Righto, we could happily make our new religion now. It's very unhappy that I cannot modify my feudal contracts. I already changed it before. But hopefully we can die quite quickly. I mean, we're already... We don't look so good, actually. The question is, what kind of religion are we going to be getting? I should create it as soon as I can, and just hope that we don't get challenged on it to the death. If I were attacked by Kaiser Sigewin, I think I could handle it. But it might be better if we were friends, so he probably wouldn't attack me. Maybe I should get the friendship before the religion, but I could die at any moment, right? You never know when death's coming for you. So... You're immune to title revocation at the very least. That I am, but he could still fight me, I think. Unsure. Anyway, new religion time. Oh, Crivens, right. We need a name for this. I'm terrible at thinking up religion names, so if you've got a good one, I want to hear it. Yeah, oh, hey, this little flower looks kind of cool. Right, I want equal gender. Increased danger of heresies at low fervor. I don't think I want any of that. Uggoism's so uninspired, right? I actually don't know which of these are best. I'm not going to expand my faith, right? So I don't expect to have to... What's the normal one? Righteous? Hold on, what's with this high cost? Ooh, no religion yet. We're missing something very important, the prophet. Hope we don't die soon. Great Chin! Dusty is in it. Great Chin. Great Chin, a single follower. A Great Chinnite? Hey Dusty, this was your idea. You gotta follow up. A Chinner. There we go. Shintoism? Luminac. Well, no sense worrying about tyranny at this point. Actually, there is. I need my vassals to change religion with me. Chinnies. The things I'm hearing here today. How's the fervor? It's okay. I'd like it if it were down a bit more, but 58's fine for new religion. Great Chin, Chinner, Chinners. Really, just one N? Because that makes it look like Chiner. Oh, we're not here for Chiner. Okay, great. We're safe now. Great Chin, Great Chin. Chinnite. Nah, Chinner. Many followers. Chinners. If you want to write a description, great. I'm not too fashed about that. Communion is not allowed. It's not? Well, we haven't sorted everything anyway. Head of Faith. I wouldn't mind a Oh, Crivens. These costs are pretty high. Spiritual. Yeah, spiritual's actually better. Temporal's nice because you can be it, but I don't want the spam of being the temporal head of faith. Also, it's probably unlikely to happen since we need a holy site, but at least it's cheaper just to go for that. Lay clergy, theocratic, both are good. I think we'll keep theocratic though. Definitely want equal. Counties of other faiths are less likely. Reduced danger from heresies. I'm not sure if any of these really matter, though. Since we don't expect to have a lot of heretics, it might be better to be pluralist so that we have less of an opinion penalty with all the others at the very least. Oh yeah, we'll be able to eat crusades because they won't like us, sadly. Right. Carnal exaltation. Fertility plus 25%. A no-brainer, because we're going to have inbred creeping up. Jake can get more piety from temple. Piety is not going to be a problem. Communion is good, but we won't have a head of faith, so yeah. Any great ideas on this one? Divine marriage is an idea, but it gives a bonus if you're monogamous, which I don't intend to be. I intend divorce, always. Wait, must be approved. House head if no spiritual head of faith exists. That's fine, I expect to be the house head. And that way I can tell other people if they can divorce or not. Here we go. Polygamy. Bastardry, legitimize. This is the important one, unrestricted marriage. Polyamory removes the opinion malice from extramarital affairs, Jake, which still exists, even if you legalize adultery. Polyamory was in... Yeah, but I don't plan on doing much affairing, and it'd be good to be able to lock up those that do. Come to think of it, we're going to be quite tight, so it's not a problem if a lot of things are criminal, and I can lock people up for them. Oh, I definitely want same-sex relations being criminal. I need my people breeding here. Male and female adultery, though. I mean, female adultery should always be worse, but I'm strongly considering just accepting them. No, if it's criminal, then, you know, it's so annoying having this game just be Crusader cucks to the max, so let's lock them all up. Witchcraft. Now, you could say it should be allowed, but it's kind of good that I can go over to people and oust them as a witch and lock them up whenever I want to. Come on, Jake, I want to affair my way to victory. That's kind of something I want to go away from in this one. And so, Great Lord Jake said, go forth, be fruitful, be inbred, and multiply. Kinslaying. I mean, it's all bad, but... Dynastic kinslayers are criminals in the eyes of their dynasty. I mean, I plan on killing them, but if I'm the criminal, well, fat chance that they're going to be able to actually do something against me. Control is bad. You don't want that. Popular opinion is bad. Recruitment. Ooh, right, there's a thought. Clerical can be any, I don't care. It gives us more people that we can work with. And hey, why can't they marry? Clerical appointment, temporal, revocable. Absolutely. I hate not being able to switch out useless realm priests. Okay, good so far, but now we need the tenants. If you allow everyone to cuck everyone, you'll get massive numbers of bastards lying around, presuming they're all ugly. That's great for breeding. I just want to lock them all up for causing so much of it. Divine marriage. Adherents who are married to close family members get plus 10 opinion from vassals of the same faith. Well, that's most likely to happen, but that's not a big bonus. Monogamy, lots of piety. We're not monogamous, so that's not really worth our time. Any other great ideas for the tenants? We've got 2 to play with here. Anything that... well, I think we've got the only one that helps with fertility, right? And we moved lustful over to being a virtue. And chaste as a sin. I don't need conversion speed or anything alike, because I expect to be tiny. Literalism. You may debate other lords at the cost of opinion to gain or lose piety. Intellectual and scholar are virtues. Polyamory. Incompatible with male adultery, shunned or criminal. Adherents do not receive opinion penalties or imprisonment reason. No, I don't want them scattering and having affairs. I want inbreeding, and I want it done by the book, not by going off and chasing skirt everywhere you can. Ritual cannibalism. I've just what do you get out of this, right? Does it unlock new events or something? Feasts earning piety causes them to be spammed by subjects, which are a bit of a problem. Sacred lies. Piety for completing intrigue. Deceitful is a virtue. Honesty is a sin. More willing to become agents in schemes. Could hurt me. Almost literally nothing, Jake. As far as I know, it unlocks no new events. That's a dang shame. I don't need to care about the unreformed. Unrelenting. All well, it's not all Catholics. All great chins would get extra prowess. Poverty. Oh yeah, no thanks. Pastoral isolation. It requires no head of faith, but what does it get? Always considers other Christian faiths to be righteous. Ah, but they would still hate us, though. That's not a big boon for us. And I don't actually want people turning back to us if led astray. Pacifism might not be too bad, actually. Because I won't be declaring lots of wars. And that domain limit's quite nice. Actually, pacifism has something on me here. Because we spend a lot of years at peace. Getting extra piety for that's rather nice. Armed pilgrimages wouldn't be so bad, says Lepardi, who's set up to be the new one there. The new leader, that is. Armed pilgrimages. Cannot have pacifism, but... lower piety. I think that's when you get the pilgrimage thing. Meditate. Gain theological insights. Oh, makes a million things a sin, though, so no thanks to that. Wouldn't meditate... No, I don't want to spread my faith, right? The more it spreads out, the more we're going to have fervor issues. That would be a problem. I've done esoteric before, so I'm not too interested there. Legalism. Literally. Hold on, I just had a thought. Where is it? Religious law can condemn sinful vassals. They're seen as criminals and can have titles revoked. It's quite nice. Anaconism. Save on temple holdings and building construction. Really? The thing is, that's a one-off savior. That's not that great. Once you've built everything, this becomes useless. Adaptive infidels. I don't know. Someone's got to have a good idea here. You know what? I haven't run with Sacred Lies before. Let's go with that. Is there a downside to being at war with pacifism? Calm's a good one to have regardless, though. At peace, opinion of pacifist. Well, we don't have other pacifists. Actually, no, that should make same opinion boost, I imagine. So that's actually really good. No holy wars, no problem. No raiding, also not a problem. So this ended up being very expensive to change our religion, but seems easy enough to do. There's a problem, though. Not everyone converts. You are a problem. Well, you're a mayor. Who gives a hoot about you? I don't. You're terrified, yet you still won't because you're zealous. Well, I'm just going to revoke your title. See what you do about that. You create a very hippie-like religion. Is it not very hippie-like to do this? Okay, nobody came up with a great text about great chinning, or if they did, I didn't see it. I thought it might have been Dusty that came up with one, but no. Oh, no. No, Dusty delivered. Chinners believe in the power of the great chin to boldly lead them where none has gone. No one has gone, or none have gone. Okay. Well, let's boldly go here as well. Must be proved legit. Theocratic instead of lay clergy. Spiritual head of faith, although none. Might as well be none. The equal view on gender won't hurt us because we have house seniority. Alright, very good. Very good. The beliefs of the Great Chin can never be changed once it's been created. That's A-okay. As long as... Wait, I'm paranoid now. Unrestricted marriage. Marriage between all family members is allowed. Imagine, if you will, creating a religion just so that you can have your kids marry each other. The world we live in.